Green Lanterns issue 3. Written by Sam Humphries and art by, brace yourself, there's 4 names here, Robson Roca, Neil Edwards, Jack Herbert, and Tom Derenick, all helping with pencils. So I don't know if they were running late and maybe they had to get some help in to finish things up.
Mm-hmm.
But
I will say, I don't think it suffers that much for it, though.
yeah, to its credit, I never, like, when I read it, I never went, oh, what's all this art changing constantly? I didn't feel like that. So
Yeah.
maybe if I go through it again with that in mind and like really look for it, maybe I'll notice it. But it didn't seem to work too badly. Dex stars in this, so it gets an instant point for that. So
All it takes.
yeah, Red Lantern Cat. That's all everyone wants in life. Yeah, Red Lantern stuff. I'm still not overly feeling. That said, again, kind of like the last issue, I kind of enjoyed it anyway. Mainly because I liked all the stuff in the fighting in a city, so there's context. Part of the problem with a lot of Green Lantern stuff in the last couple of years has been that all the fights just take place in space, so there's never any location or sense of geography. Whereas here they're actually in the middle of a city and they're fighting around buildings and stuff, so I at least had fun that way. And they did introduce some interesting ideas. Like, I almost wanted Bleeze to stay cured from the rage.
But now she's got a taste of it, of what it's like to be cured.
True, true.
So I think we're gonna get a cool character arc out of her, which I think might be the best thing they can do. So if we're gonna have the color core stay around, at least let's do something interesting with them. Like I can see coming out of this, Atrocitus falling and her like creating a new version of the Red Lantern Corps.
So kind of
Well,
what happened in Soul's Run then, with what Guyana did.
God damn it, great!
Yeah.
All the same shit, just a different thing. Because I had no
He
idea.
kind of he kicked out Atrocitus and kind of reformed them a bit.
Yeah, that's all news to me.
Yeah, because I like
be
the idea of
honest.
her, talking about justice versus vengeance, and that you can be rightfully or righteous. You can have a righteous rage, right? And like what happened to her and what caused her to get the core or the Red Lantern core ring, and the fact that she could still kind of maintain things, but she said like the pounding was gone. So it like freed up her mind. I thought there were some really cool concepts worked in here.
I think, for me, I think what's interesting about it is we never really knew who any of these Red Lanterns were before they became Red Lanterns, so I like the idea that we get to discover who this character is, or was. Like, that's much more interesting to me than as her as actually just being Bleeze. Like, like, oh wait, she actually has a character? Oh, let's explore that maybe.
Yeah.
So I hope that's not the end of this. I hope we actually get more in that kind of line of thought at some point. But otherwise, Simon seems to have even more new powers, while Jess is struggling to have the ones that most Green Lanterns have.
Sure. Well, and I like how he points that out. He's like, you can't even maintain a construct. Leave this to me. And Simon's slowly edging up to my favorite Lantern just because he's kind of a dick. We're in a different way than Constantine, like we talked about this earlier. But like, and I like Guy Gardner because at the end of the day, it's just a front, and I feel the same with Baz. Is at the end of the day, he wants to deliver that teddy bear to his nephew or niece, niece, nephew,
Nephew, I think.
nephew. Yeah, yeah. So, and this stuff's just getting in his way.
Yeah, I like that. I like them screaming at each other. I mean, the characters of those two have mostly been the best. Even if some of the dialogue is a bit, here or there, it's a little bit forced. Like, I have to admit, it's not the best dialogue in the
Yeah.
world. But
No, and I'll forgive that for the ideas that Humphreys is putting forward here, like the Emerald Sight and Bleeze's transformation, the Hell Seed idea, which is gonna fail because we had to issue 7. They're still having Halloween.
yeah,
You know?
I'll let Connor be negative in a minute because I can tell that he's itching to be. One thing I want to mention
Yeah.
before he does though, I really like the scene where Simon's family comes home and that Guardian's like sitting there. And I like how touchy he is. He's like, right, I believe there's a Green Lantern here. It may not be Hal though. Maybe that new one. What's his name? John Stewart, is it? Yeah, you're just 30 years late to the party.
Yeah. Which means, what has he been doing since Hal's been a GL? Like, he's been out in deep space hiding something.
Also, I believe this might be the Guardian that goes trick or treating with Simon and his
Yes.
family in issue 8, and I'm looking forward to that.
And I hope so, because I love that Simon's brother-in-law slash best friend is like, you need to call him right now.
Yeah,
There's something in our house. And then when he finds out a Guardian, he double downs on it even more.
Yeah, now I still have some issues with the start Red Lantern stuff, and I'm definitely not liking this as much as most of the other books. But the one thing that I dislike the most about this issue is the cliffhanger, because it makes me not look forward to the next issue at all. Because the cliffhanger is that Jessica gets infected with this red rage thing that's going on because of this whole tower and all that. And the best thing about this book are the characters, and I would say Jessica specifically is the best thing about this book. I like her a lot.
Okay.
And the idea of the next issue of her not being in character because she's infected with rage shit.
I feel like the idea of her being infected by the rage that seemingly easily kind of weakens her a bit as a character as well.
Yeah, well, we know she's in a really weird place because she can't make constructs because her willpower's shit and all that.
Yeah.
So it's something for her to overcome, and that's fine. But the best part of this book is these two playing off of each other and taking her out of that equation for even if it's just one issue, which it probably will be, maybe one or two. It does not excite me for that next issue, but I did mostly enjoy this one.
See,
Mostly.
this is the thing. While I do enjoy those two characters, and they are the best part of the book, they're the only part of the book at the minute that I like. Whereas to the point where I actually fell asleep reading this the first time because it was too much red. I just couldn't.
Connor, don't read it that late then, man.
It wasn't
Take a
that
nap
late.
first.
It was like 11 p.m.
He's having a rough week. He's moving house. He get back from celebration. He's all tired. The poor ginger.
It's just it was too much red, and I just fell asleep. And it's just like, ugh, I can't.
I mean, I get that. I read Birds of Prey at 4:30 in the morning, getting up to go to work. So
I'm literally just reading this, hanging on till all the red stuff's gone, and we can get on with the stuff I actually want to read.
yeah. See, I wish this wasn't a double shipper, and they just alternated it with Hal and Green Lantern Corps.
At the same time, though, it'd mean we'd be on this red arc for 6
If
7 months.
if I was on this red arc for that long, I wouldn't.
God damn it! I hate when you guys make sense.
Because at least with a double shipping, we'll get through this arc, and then
That is literally the only thing that's kept me reading this. It's like, well, this will be over soon, and I can get to some
See,
fun
but
stuff.
yeah, again, for me, the character stuff outweighs all of that other.
It has done in
stuff.
all the other issues, but at this point now, it's getting to the point where that's not enough. Where it's the red stuff's just getting overwhelming, and it's like, ugh, I need something different.
Well, I think we've got another 3 issues of it, so
That much.
three or 4. I don't know if it's 6 or 7 issues this arc, but we can see how that goes when we get there. So that's Green Lantern's issue 3.